Well, how we doing, folks? I just like to give my tuppence worth on the Lucy Letby situation. Um, as you know, it's in the newspapers and on the telly now. But this new documentary that's been made about Lucy Letby. I have a clip here that I saw about 2 years ago, when Dowie Evans decided that he was going to use Dr. Shu Ling's thesis on embolisms to convict Lucy Letby. So he completely misinterpreted what Shu Ling had actually said. And on the strength of that, this poor girl behind me here was given 7 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Now, on the day of her conviction, or I should say on the day of her sentencing, Lucy refused to leave the cell to come up. And she was right. And the more I think about it, I would have done exactly the same thing. If I was being convicted and sentenced to 7 life sentences, I wouldn't stand there and take that. She was right not to come up. Why should she? The girl is innocent. She's completely innocent. Have a look at this clip. I can't believe the people that are online saying throw away the key and all this. If it was your daughter, you wouldn't do that. She is not guilty of anything, apart from being used as a scapegoat by senior managers. It's disgusting. Anyway, have a look.
Dr. Shu Li is seen as one of the most senior paediatricians in Canada, and he's going to chair the press conference. He got involved in this trial inadvertently in that one of his papers from 1989 he felt had been misused by the prosecution. So Shu Li, when he discovered this, was absolutely horrified.
I don't usually do medical legal cases. I don't like them. But in this case, because what the prosecution expert witnesses had said with respect to the skin discoloration that was associated with air embolism wasn't what I wrote about, and that was wrong.
Mark said, look, you're known as the godfather of neonatology in Canada. Can you get me some other international experts who'd be prepared to look at this pro bono? And the anticipation is that they're going to talk about every single case.
This is very interesting.
Before I start, I'd like to share the sympathies and condolences of members of the International Expert Panel with families of the affected infants. We understand their stress and their anguish, and our work is not meant to cause more distress. Rather, it is meant to give them comfort and assurance in knowing the truth about what really happened. Now, the members of the International Expert Panel...
He started the conference listing the names of all the experts and all their credentials, the fact that they've given their time pro bono and have produced thousands of papers. So it's undoubted that these were extremely high-caliber experts.
Now, the next baby is baby 4, which is another case of air embolism. The notion that these babies can be diagnosed with air embolism because they collapsed and had these skin discolorations has no evidence in fact.
There you go.
This baby was born after prolonged premature rupture of membranes. There is a standard treatment guideline in this country and in other countries that if there is prolonged premature rupture of membranes, the mother should be given antibiotics right away so that the baby can be protected from any infection. In this case, that was not done. This was not a stable baby, as alleged by the prosecution witness. So this baby died of systemic sepsis, pneumonia. We did not find any evidence of air embolism.
There you go.
It's not that unusual for experts to draw different conclusions based on the same evidence. That often happens. But to draw such diametrically opposed views based on the same evidence is really quite staggering.
So, baby 9, the doctors failed to respond to routine surveillance warnings that this baby was colonized with this bacteria. They did not recognize the diagnosis. This was likely a preventable death. Now, baby 11, there's actually no proof that the tube was even dislodged. It was probably in the right place. It's just that the consultant didn't know what he was doing.
There you go. They threw Lucy under the bus.
The journalists, and some quite experienced journalists in the room, couldn't quite believe what they were hearing.
In summary, ladies and gentlemen, we did not find any murders. In all cases, death or injury were due to natural causes or just bad medical care.
People were just speechless.
If you are looking for the truth, you don't need to go any further. I'll be happy to take any questions.
This is heartbreaking shit. To think that a poor girl has been locked up and given 7 life without parole sentences for someone else's negligence is just... it'll make you cry. Like, us Irish know what it's like to be given a life sentence in the UK. Miscarriages of justice. The Birmingham 4, or sorry, the Birmingham 6, the Guildford 4. These are people who spent years in jail for something they didn't do. And now we have Lucy Letby. She needs to be... they can retrial her if they want, but this man here has just basically blown any case against Lucy Letby out of the water. That girl is innocent, and what's going to happen is she's going to be released. Okay? She's going to sue the British government for millions and millions, and she's dead right. They've destroyed her character. I don't know if the girl will ever recover from it, but hopefully a couple of million in the bank will help. Then there's going to be a film made about it. Dowie Evans should be struck off. The hospital managers and the physicians and all of the senior people in the hospital should be put on trial for telling lies, and they should all be struck off as doctors, minimum. That girl, well, if she gets a couple of million, she'll never want to work. She doesn't need to work again, but she probably would want to work again. It just shows you again how the big powerful can crush the small people. Lucy Letby did not murder any of those children. Lucy Letby was a scapegoat for senior managers, senior doctors who were incompetent at their job. That's just the way it is. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. Happy Sunday.